Yo, what's up, my people? What's up, my people? What up, y'all? What's up? What is going on with everybody? Yes, I'm back in the building. Pardon me because I almost forgot I had to do something tonight. Totally forgot. Moving around. Today was a very important day. So me doing what I do best, keeping busy, staying busy as always. Um, of course, I was just on here earlier today. So, as always, like I always say, hope everybody's doing all right this afternoon. Everybody's feeling good. Give me a second. Always say, give me a second. I had a few people already that thought they was going to come in and disturb my peace, and I had to get them up out of here already. So yeah, we don't play that. Yeah, already walking up in here with the nonsense, not over here. Um, Today I got a special guest. Got my boy Gio. Know what I'm saying? And we're going. He has his up and coming fight coming this Saturday at Gleason's. Of course, I'll be there. No, excuse me. Coming up the 26th, Strong Island Fight Nights. Well, really, Sixth Borough, I should say, because it's in Queens, and we're gonna get into that. So, let's get it started. For my newcomers, my regulars, everyone, welcome to the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go. Let's get him up here. Let's get my guy up here.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Gio, what's
How you
up,
doing?
brother?
Good, man.
Man, I can't complain, man. I can't complain. I'm doing good, man. Uh, Thank you for this, man, because even though we done this before, but it's been Instagram, so I wanted to get you on the big stage. Thank you for taking the time to come up and rap with me.
No problem, man. Thank you for coming up on here. I don't really have as much free time to with school and the gym and everything. I don't really go on the internet a lot. And my dad is always
Yeah.
telling me about you, tell me how much you support me, boost me up. That's something I incredibly appreciate a lot.
Oh yeah, man. I always tell people, I'm like, yo, he's one of my favorites, man, because you go in there, you give it your all when you're in there. So I admire that. So and these type of platforms are very important, especially for you guys. Letting the world know who you guys are. So that's the reason why I do this. So thank you. Like I said, once again for coming up. How First of all, how's everything been with you?
Been going amazing. Getting ready,
Yeah.
we got a fight coming up this Saturday. We don't know who the guy is, but there was a fight offer. We
Oh,
took
so
it.
so you're still on? You still on for Saturday?
Yep, of course.
Okay, I thought it was off. Okay, it's on. Okay, they were so what? So I was confused. What weight were they trying to put you at?
I think they're trying to put me at like 160, 165.
Is that a weight that you're comfortable with, or you how familiar are you with competing at that weight?
Not real. The max I'll go is like 160 because my last few events were at like 154, 158. Those are like my last few events. So the maximum I'm
Hmm.
going to go is like 160 because um, if like let's say the guy comes in at like 170, I'm still at my walking around weight. They're not going to let the fight go on. Get what I mean?
Okay, so basically, whatever weight is comfortable for you. I mean, I think that's a decent weight. When it comes to weight, right, like making weight, for you, speaking for you, not for anybody else, how difficult is that? Do you struggle with that? I mean, like, how does that feel?
Not really much. What's it called? We make sure we just like stay around the weight. We don't usually like cut weight. we don't really do anything. I do my best to maintain it any way I can. Whatever I do, I just do whatever I'm comfortable at. So whatever I got going on, really. So
Yeah, because we watch fighters struggle to make weight, struggle to lose weight.
mhm.
What are some of the things that you not giving out your recipe or what you do to stay in shape, but what's some of the things that you do to maintain your weight?
Mainly just keeping the gym, work hard. I'd say like the only thing is like running, but that's the other thing I would put in the mix. And other than that, just keeping in the gym, keeping consistency. That's the key in the sport.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, that's really it.
And I love to always speak about consistency in the gym or just consistency in boxing. And I was talking to another fighter last week about that, about how important is it to stay consistent in the gym.
Of course.
Um, and I think a lot of people lose sight of that when they get in boxing and they feel like they're at this level that they haven't even reached yet, and they kind of fall back from the gym, or they
I've done the
start coming. They start coming when they feel like it versus when they're supposed to. Do you see
Mhm.
guys like that sometime? And you go, he could be much more talented than what he is, but he's just like he's wasting it.
Yeah, I've seen fighters come and go. Some really great fighters who have amazing potential, but there's
Yeah.
some who I think like lose motivation, or like whenever like some people come across their like first loss, it really like drains them. That's really like the only feeling that really hits you is your losses, not really your wins. Like we celebrate, yeah, sure, afterwards, but it's like the next day, it's like we act like it never even happened.
Oh yeah, and I see how you I see the approach that you bring when you're fighting. Very humbled. Don't show too much of when you win. It's like we can't tell sometime if you're happy or not. Because we see your face expressions and people go, but I can't tell if he's happy or not because he don't seem like he's smiling. Um, where does a lot of that come from? Is it just you being humbled? You just being calm at the moment, or you feeling like what? I haven't accomplished enough for me to just be doing all this extra stuff, or is that just you? That's just your personality.
It's mainly because I feel like this goes for a couple of people. You're your own worst critic. So
Mhm.
anytime I finish up a fight, I always like review it back, or like whatever I'm feeling at the moment. I'm always thinking I could have done this better. Even if I got like a stoppage, I'm thinking I could have done this better. I could have like threw my jab more. I could have like kept my hands up. I'm just thinking about every little aspect of it. So anything that like really like goes wrong, yeah, of course I'm gonna be happy about the things that happen. If I win, if I get a stoppage decision, whatever happens. But mainly, I'm just focusing on whatever I did wrong, how I can go back to the drawing board, review it.
Are you hard on yourself about that sometimes, or do you just go like, hey, I made a mistake. I could have did this better because some people they're rough on themselves, and it's like, whoa, you're doing a little too much. You didn't do that bad. You just made one little mistake that you got to go correct. So, is it like that with you? Doing you and your father, you sit down and review the tape, and then you go, you know what? Yeah, we could have did that better. We could have, did this better. Like, when you get the time, is that what you do?
Mainly, yeah, it's almost like every single time we go back, we watch back any videos we can. Um, anything that is like that needs to be corrected, we like obviously we go back to the gym, we work on it, and we sharpen up. Anything we can do, we take advantage of, and we try to like sharpen up my skills, mastery.
Yeah, I think that's important because you'll hear people say they don't study tapes. Um, I don't know if they speak about themselves or they speak about other people, but they don't watch. But I said, even with your opponent, sometime, even if you don't know him,
Mhm.
it's good to, I know it's amateurs and you can't do it because there's so many different styles, but in some ways you can do it because everybody's beatable.
Right.
There's always something that you can expose on somebody, and you didn't even, they didn't know that they could be exposed, because you got some guys who might feel like, man, you can't expose me, and if you can, it's going to take a lot. But I've seen you do some things in the ring where I go, oh God, he exposed this
Mhm.
person. He did this and did that, and I'm like, oh damn, Gio is this kid is this kid is different, man, and it's it's amazing watching you do what you do. So um let's get into before we get into Saturday. Let's get into your last bout. Now, your last bout was when?
My last bout was back in. I had a fight all the way down in Florida, which was around like at the end of June. I fought down there. In New York, it was like the last Six Boroughs boxing event.
Okay, yeah, I
But
missed that one.
but
Um, how now, before you continue, because you're active a lot, and I don't think people know that when they don't see you, that a lot of times you're not even in New York, like you said, you're in Florida.
mhm.
Um, for guys who are not taking the chance, rather if it's them or their coach, to go out of town to get fights,
Mhm.
to see different styles of fighters, how important is that to just not only be active, but to also go out of town and compete? I mean, what does that do for you as a fighter?
mainly mainly as a fighter, it builds a lot of experience for me. Experiencing what other fighters are like, especially like out of state. We never
Yeah,
really see any fighters. That was really like the first time we did anything like that going down to Florida. Now I'm like almost constantly going down there, and now we're even getting fights set up down there regularly now. So it's becoming a normal thing. But the short answer is just really experience, trying to like build up any knowledge we can about the sport, and mainly getting used to the feeling of like getting in the ring under the lights and pretty much performing under there.
yeah. It to me, I think that it's an amazing idea going out, because then it also lets you see different parts of the world. Even if it's just going to Florida,
Of course.
sometimes we need a break from New York, because we know living in New York, it's a lot that comes with it. It's a great place to live, but sometimes you want to get out and you want to adventure other places like Florida, Ohio, Texas, and stuff like that. So, sorry. All right. So your last fight, um, was that just a regular bout, or did you was you fighting for a belt?
We were fighting for a belt. Yeah, we were. It was like the dude I fought, if I remember correctly, he was like a two-time state champion, basically.
Mm.
And yeah, we went down there. The thing about also going down to like other states is getting used to being like out of your hometown, not being the home guy and having that sort of advantage.
Yeah. Um. That I know that probably could be difficult, and people complain about when they fight here in New York that, hey, this guy might have the advantage because he's the popular one, or we in his gym. But people don't really. I don't think people realize it's worse when you're not in your city
Of course.
and you're in that man's city. It's not just you fighting him, but it's like you fighting the whole city. You know what I mean? And that's got to be difficult. So it's not so bad when you're fighting at home. Even if you're not fighting where you're from and you're fighting in the borough, you're still home versus being out of town. How long did it take you to get used to that before you were comfortable with going out of town, or was it just something that you just went with naturally? Like, you know what? Okay, wherever the fight is at, let's go.
It took a long time. I've been doing this since I was 8, and it took a really long time. In the beginning, I had tons of losses, but I think that's what like things happen for a reason. You build up to like who I am now, and it's definitely through a ton of experiences, tons of losses, tons of gains. We found the right people, and it's mainly now I feel like anything that even goes wrong in the events, I'm too used to it to even like panic, have a lot of nerves about. Obviously, you're still gonna have nerves because you care about the sport, but I'm so used to it now that it's just like second instinct. what's it called? Second nature to me.
Yeah. And like I said, it prepares you for so many different styles. So by the time you come back home and you fight, there's probably a style you haven't seen yet,
Hmm.
because it's like you can't show me something that I haven't seen already. Because if I'm going to Florida, or if I'm going to Jersey and I'm going to Philly, I'm going to all these different places with it, because I don't think people realize there's a lot of great fighters outside of New York.
Of course.
It's a whole bunch of them, and you'll never know that if you don't step outside your comfort zone.
Hmm.
So you had that last fight in Florida, and of course before that was the Strong Island, right? Or
Yep.
was it the Sixth Borough? It was Strong Island, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Sean on Six Barrels champion.
Okay, so you did that. You was victorious in both of those, and now we have Saturday. So let's get into Saturday. Now your opponent for Saturday. That's
Barely have
who?
any info about the guy. Mostly like we talked about this before. We basically take any fights we can, as long as like we're able to be there. We're not busy at the time, and we're able to make it. We're gonna be there every single time. But all I really know is his weight. I never really ask any questions about the guy. We don't
Yeah.
even know his name. That's the thing.
You know it's so funny because when I talk to your father, that's the funniest thing, and he'd be like, "Yeah, man. I don't even know what gym this guy's from, but really doesn't even matter. Like,
Mhm.
just I just want to keep Geo active." And I'm just like, it's crazy because I'm like, it's not crazy because you don't know where gym the guy comes out of or his name. It's crazy because it's like, just put him in front of me
Right.
and I'll destroy him.
Mhm.
And that's to me, that's an amazing attitude. Now, was that type of attitude stored in you when you first started boxing?
Of course. Yeah. It built up over time. Obviously, like now it's because I've gotten used to sparring these older guys where if I'm fighting someone around my weight, it shouldn't be as much of a problem as it is in sparring. You get what I mean?
Yeah, and it's something that you grew up also doing. So it's like it's already stored in you. It's like, okay, I know what to do already, and that prepares you
Hmm.
for when you have these type of fights, because it's like, okay, it's nothing that you can do to me that I have not seen in sparring.
A hundred
And
percent.
I'm sure your opponents, like you said, are older.
Mhm.
Some of them probably maybe have just a little more weight on them, and that helps you. Tay
Yep.
Tay, what's up, Queen? And it's a beautiful thing. I mean, I didn't think you were gonna be there Saturday. I thought it was some type of mix up, and I'm like, okay, well, he's not gonna fight Saturday, so that means I have to wait till the Six Borough Championship to see him.
Mhm.
So okay, so Saturday, it is what it is. You're gonna go in there and do your thing. Now we move on to September 26th. Talk to me about what it feels like to be a part of Strong Island Fight Nights. I mean, what does that mean to you?
Feels pretty awesome to be part of an event like that. It's set up where it gives meaning to the amateurs and it actually prepares them for the atmosphere. That's something I love about going to events like that. It feels overall really awesome to be a part of.
And how many times have you won it so far? Because I ain't keep up with the count.
Great.
Three. Wow. To win it three times when it's really difficult to win it one time. But for you to keep winning back to back, and that's basically a three-peat. I mean,
Mhm.
that's got to feel good, because you got to understand, not only you win that title, it's almost like professional boxing. Now you win it and you have to defend it.
Yep.
Is it the part of defending it that makes you want to fight more, because in your mind it's not that nobody can't beat me, but if I keep on fighting like this, there's a possibility I can go undefeated in this, and this belt will be mine. Like, what motivates you to keep going on to participate in Strong Island?
Mainly, so how are you talking about defending the belt? I just look at, I don't know, how do I explain this? Usually, I just think of it as like another day, just punching in the card, doing what I got to do. Of course, it adds incentive, the belts, like defending it and every
Yeah,
single aspect that comes with it. But mainly, I just look at um, like what I'm doing in training. If I did good enough to really put it on this guy, give it 110% effort in there. That's all I really care about is if I give it my all in there.
yeah, and I think that's even with losing. Long as you gave it your all, and I see you take you could take your losses like you take your wins, and some people don't know how to do that.
Right.
If they're not winning or they felt like they should have won, they're having a heart attack. And I'm like, you have to take your losses like you take your wins. And some people they don't understand that. But um I enjoy seeing you in the Strong Island. I think you fit just perfect in it. Now I think I saw, but I didn't. I don't know if I glanced at it. I might have glanced at it for a second. It might have went over my head. Who's your opponent for the 26?
Jaden Harvey.
Now that's what, another one of my favorite guys. Tough opponent. Haven't you and Jalen, have you fought before?
Yeah, plenty of times. We fought before.
I think I've seen you guys go at it before. Matter of fact, yeah, I think I've seen only one time you guys go at it. Jalen, it's a great matchup. But what makes it different is it's Strong Island, so you know how that gets. It's
Of
it's
course.
like I don't care how the other fights went. You're not gonna come and take what belongs to me, and he's going to definitely come and fight, and that's going to be great with him, man.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think I don't want to be like a groupie and be like, I could see you being undefeated in this. Um,
Right.
but I could see you being a guy that people are going to talk about when this is all said and done. I mean, when you're not doing it, when you're not in Strong Island anymore, you're doing whatever it is that you're doing, and you're going pro. I think out of all the fighters, you'll be one that people will talk about the most. They
Thank
will
you, sir.
talk about you never backing down, not caring about what gym a fighter comes out of, what's his name, what's his record.
Mhm.
um I'm just gonna go in there with him, and I'm gonna give it my all. um and giving it your all is something important, because some people come in there and they half step, and when they're upset, you have to be upset with yourself, because like we said, to stay consistent in the gym is
Mhm.
very important.
Yeah.
To take care of your health is very important. To not smoke or drink or do any drug is very important.
100%.
And people have to understand that. I understand sometimes you get caught up in the moment, and but sometimes getting caught up in the moment could cost you.
Mhm.
And it's just important to stay focused at all times. Kind of like, that's like, even with me, I try to stay focused all the time, even with what I do. It's not easy, and I got my days I want to do it, and then I got my days where it's like, I'm not up for this. But we have to stay consistent, right? Because practice makes perfect. The more you stay consistent, the better that you'll get out of it. You know, we're coming to the end of 2024, and even after the 26th, we're gonna see you again, because the next one will probably be what? Maybe what's that? January,
Yeah. January.
which that'll be out there. in your backyard.
Mhm.
Um, how many more times would you like to fight this year? Even though it's 3 months left, how many more times would you like to go?
As many times as I can go. If I can go a million, I'll go a million.
Oh man, Jesus, that's a lot, Gio. A million? Good God. Yeah. I mean, that's cool. A million. We know that won't happen, but that'd be dope. Um, hopefully, we'll get to see you a couple of more times. 5, 6, whatever they have lined up for you, man. We're definitely, and we hoping next year too that I'll have a show. I want to actually put something together. I've been I've been wanting to do it for like the last 2 years, but when you don't have the muscle behind you and you don't have the resources to do stuff, it kind of delays everything that you want to do. So I'm trying to put something together where we all can come together and hopefully before you go pro, whenever that happens, I can get you on the
Yeah, of
show. I
course.
already told your pops I'm definitely trying to at least have you on the show 1 or 2 times if
Of
I
course.
can do it. We could definitely do it. Um, so it's fight week, Gio. Are you watching the fight this week? And if you are, who you rooting for?
Uh, Mainly rooting for Canelo. Both are really good fighters, Berlanga and Canelo. But I think Canelo's going to take it.
Yeah. Uh, Danny Garcia and Laura. Who do you like?
Danny Garcia, I'd say.
Danny. Yeah, Danny. I would say Danny, but I'm gonna sit back for a second because Laura's he's a dangerous he's a very dangerous fighter. I think it'll be
East.
it'll be a great card. So Gio, tell the fans something. If it's one word to describe you, what would it be?
I'd honestly say unstoppable.
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 Hey, listen, y'all hear that? My man Gio said he unstoppable. I didn't say it for him. He said it. Don't nobody jump me when y'all see me Saturday. I didn't say it. He said it. I don't want nobody running down on me, trying to beat me up. I'm just a media guy. I just do interviews. Gio said he's unstoppable. If you feel like you can stop him,
Come
best of
through.
luck.
Yep,
Come
come through.
through and don't sit there and said that I did not say nothing. I just asked that man to describe one word. That's all I said. He told you he's unstoppable. He's fighting this Saturday. I usually will go live, but I'm gonna record it because I fell back from doing lives on Instagram and on YouTube, it doesn't come out too well, so I'll probably record it. So if you need your fight, you'll be able to see it. I'm going to try to do my best to make sure I get all 3 rounds. You know me, I'm always there supporting you.
Yep, of course, man.
When you fight. Oh,
Thank you.
well, support goes a long way, and that's the whole reason why I came up with this whole platform for you guys because, like I said, um nobody's really there for you guys like that and until when you guys turn pro and then they want to put a camera in your face acting like they know who you are, but it's like I can sit here and say I've been to a couple of your fights. I've been to a lot of you guys where I broke my neck or took my last couple of dollars just to travel to Long Island or go to Queens or go to Brooklyn, wherever you guys are fighting at Poughkeepsie. You know, that all that costs money when you have to travel.
Of course,
And
100%.
especially when you don't. So if you're taking your last $20 or last $30, and you like, all right, Gio's fighting Saturday in Brooklyn. I don't have it like that. I don't have nothing but $20, but I want to see him fight. Well, I guess that's the chance and the risk that I have to take because I know rather if you win or lose, it was worth it.
Mhm.
And that's for all the fighters. It's not even just for you. It's for all of y'all. And that's why I do what I do. And I thank y'all for
Mhm.
allowing me to be a part of y'all lives.
Of course, if it ever comes down to that, you can always hit us up. We got you, man. But
Yeah, D Hall, yes. You have to get Geo. You have to follow him. Definitely get him up on the show. I don't want to be the only one talking to these guys too. I encourage everybody to get all amateurs, not even just in New York, but all of them. Because if you don't get these guys now, don't wait till they go pro. And don't
Mhm.
call me saying you want to interview with Geo because I can't help y'all. If you're not, you got to get these guys now. It feels better to get them now versus waiting. Right now is the time to get them. But Gio, listen, I'm not gonna hold you too long, man. I know you are busy, man, and you still have to get up for school tomorrow. I would hold you a little longer, but I'm actually tired myself. But we're definitely going to continue this when I see you Saturday.
Of course.
So we're definitely do it, man. You tell your pops, I'm definitely going to talk to him. And hey, I'll see you Saturday. Oh, listen, tell the fans where they can follow you.
Follow me on my Instagram, this be God. I'll try to like link it somewhere in like the comments if this is like still available. But that's my like main place for content. Everyone thinks Guy D is my account, and it's like there's always stuff being posted about me. That's my dad. I'm just gonna clear that up right now. That's my dad.
Yeah, because
Everyone, everyone,
you know
everyone
what, I
mistakes it
do
for
it.
me.
I do it all the time, and I do it all the time. But I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter. He's gonna show Gio anyway. So just let me. It doesn't even matter. He'll show it to him. He said I will be looking. Yeah, look out for him. So I'll let you know, D Hall. I'll give you his information, and then we'll set something up from there. All right, Gio, I appreciate the time.
I appreciate you, man.
And
Thank you.
no, thank you so much, man. And like I said, thank you for allowing me to be a part of it, man. And we got many more fights coming up and a lot more interviews that we're gonna be doing. So y'all put your seatbelt on, man. It's just this is nothing right here. We got a lot more we're gonna be doing. But
From the
Gio, I
beginning.
check you, man. You have a good one, brother.
Thank you. You too, man. Thank you again
All
for
right,
having me
man.
on.
All right.
Peace.
Peace out, man. Yeah, D Hall. Yeah, man. I gotta get up out of here, y'all. I had a long day, man. I would love to hold the brother a little longer, but I'm gonna bring him back Saturday. I'll see him at the fight. I'll do some a recording with him real quick. I'm exhausted. Today I want to pay my respects uh to one of the greatest, not just a DJ, but dudes that was part of hip hop, Fat Man Scoop. May God rest his soul. We were at the Apollo today to pay our respects for him. So it's been a long day. You know what I mean? I did my show this morning. I did another virtual talking to fathers. I'm a part of a fatherhood program where we talk to fathers and try to help them out. So I did that like not too long after I did my live, and then I went and did the Fat Man Scoop. I got some footage of that. So today was busy day for me. So if y'all was expecting that interview to be 2, 3 hours or an hour, I would have made it an hour. But I got to give my missus her time. Got to give my missus her time. She deserves that. But we will come back and do this. Y'all know I'm back tomorrow morning. Y'all know I'm back tomorrow morning, man. I want to say what's up to my brother, Guy, Gio. I love y'all. See you guys Saturday. D Hall, I'll send you that information. Get them over there with you. And like I told y'all before, y'all better go get all these amateurs now. You ain't gotta listen to me. Y'all don't have to listen to me. Y'all can keep on just worrying about all these pro fighters that's not worrying about y'all. Keep arguing on these panels and all that about these fighters that don't care nothing about y'all. Keep on doing it because it's not gonna get you anywhere. Talking to guys like Gio, my brother Jacob. There's a couple of fighters out here. A lot of these amateur fighters, a lot of these young ladies, y'all should be trying to reach out to, and you're not doing it. Just know this. Don't reach out to me for help. It's not gonna happen. I'll catch y'all later. Peace and blessings. Everybody have a good night tonight. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Not tomorrow morning. Yeah, maybe tomorrow morning. I might. Let me see how I feel. We might do something. All right. I'm gonna catch y'all. Y'all know what it is. It's the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go.